Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Laura and Mike. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker, as we once again resume the adventures of Silverleaf and his motley crew of misfits. Now, last time we set out to tie up a series of loose ends out in the Outskirts and the northern Gnarl Marches. I'd say we're about halfway done with that so far, so that's where we're picking up today. Let's get back to it. Okay, so at this point, I think we've pretty much cleared out everything on the eastern side of the Outskirts. That just leaves a few of the newer locations, starting with the Boggard hunting ground here, and ending with the Tranquil riverbend. According to my checklist, we also have to stop by the Thorn Ford and the Old Oak, which used to be over here. I guess they must have moved it to a more level-appropriate area. It did have a troll, after all. Anyway, we've got a pretty good idea of what we're doing here, so let's start heading for those hunting grounds. Boggard hunting grounds. The surrounding swamps have long been known by the locals as hunting grounds for a particularly vicious tribe of boggards. Newcomers often learn the hard way how dangerous the area can be. Yeah, we should probably look into that. And there's our first boggards. They're a pretty low-level threat, so we shouldn't have any trouble here.
I grant you death. Look at me, Gorum!
Yeah, that seems about right. Ring of protection. I think we've actually got a surplus of those at this point, so it's really just more vendor trash.
That is not far.
More boggards.
Serves you right.
No strike wasted.
Terrifying croak. Interesting. I can't say I'm familiar with these things, but they seem about equivalent to orcs or maybe lizard men. Nice low-level threats, but obviously no challenge for us. Guess that's it. 2 groups of boggards and some minor magic loot. Not bad if we were still level 3. Next stop, Thorn Ford. And there it is. Let's check out the camp real quick, just to make sure there's nothing new.
B.
Oh, hey, Jod. Just living out in the woods, huh? That's cool. Well, I'll just leave you to it.
In due time.
I guess it really is just this thing. Masterwork Heavy Flail. Disappointing. That's still worth 100 gold though, so I'd say it's worth the pit stop. Next up, we've got the old oak. I wonder if that troll is respawned. I guess we're doing this first.
To victory!
Claw me, claw thee. The Dwemer cat will help you. Neat. Thanks for all your help. Oh, you know what? Let's get back out to the world map and I can double check our positioning here. Okay, yeah, I bet that thing's supposed to help you for the solo trip out to the Verdant Chambers, assuming it shows up in random encounters all across the northern Gnarl Marches. Anyway, back to the old oak. Nothing on the map. We'll just walk the full perimeter.
All according to plan.
No troll, but we do have more boggards. Ah, okay, I see what they did here. The boggards were basically just added as guardians for the secondary loot.
Follow my lead.
Well, at least we got some experience points. We do have the Tenebrous Depths right over here, but I don't think we're quite ready to tackle that place just yet. I do plan on getting to it, but we've still got a lot of side quests to do.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Strange. I do have the temple on my list, but I don't have anything written under it. Well, let's have a look real quick. Nothing on the map. Oh, you know what? I bet the reason I have it on my to-do list is because it does change once you actually rebuild it, which we obviously haven't done yet. This does give us a chance to set up camp, though. Sleep tight, heroes.
Someday, I will be as famous as Enemy Bellavera herself. No, even more famous. Hoping I live that long.
I don't know, Lindsay. I don't think you've got much to worry about. After all, you are the only one here who's functionally immortal. Well, the temple was a bust. On to the Tranquil Riverbend. Tranquil Riverbend. One of the few picturesque viewpoints along the Merc River, this place has been known to lure the occasional traveler into relaxing on the river's shores. Okay, so corpses and monsters. Got it. Oh. More boggards. And dead travelers. Sounds about right. Flaming Nunchaku +1. Interesting. Kinda makes me wish we had a monk in the party. They did apparently originally have one planned. Oh, geez. Okay, so these things are definitely tougher than the last few boggards we fought. That was definitely some sort of rage effect. I'm guessing all these things have levels in Barbarian.
In due time.
A whole lot of vendor trash. And some diamond dust.
That is not far.
Just letting the ink dry.
This should do it.
Blood for Gorum!
These things hit hard, but they go down pretty easy.
As it should be.
Boggard Warden. I'm guessing that one's got ranger levels. We've got a cave entrance, too. Boggard Prophet. That's gotta be a cleric.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Alright, let's get Dog patched up, and then we can check out that cave.
I am prepared.
Anything's possible.
No mistakes.
I will protect.
Good enough. That's gotta be 1,000 gold there.
All according to plan.
Oh, that's a fairly large map. We can take these guys down pretty easy, so let's use blitzkrieg tactics here. We'll haste our team and rush through these guys as quickly as possible.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Here we go.
In due time.
We will prevail.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, we've got about 30 seconds left.
And Lindsay was called forth.
And make that 20. But it had to be done.
Tear them apart! Just exposed.
No time for looting. On to the next. And there goes our haste spell. We'll pop another once we spot the next group.
Follow my lead.
All right, round 2.
Time's not waiting.
To the dust you will go.
Let's check our health here. Yeah, doggo's hurting.
Lindsay the Magnificent? Lindsay the Illustrious?
I know what to do.
Lindsay the Great? Maybe Lindsay the Indecisive.
Ooh, Boggard champion. Time to break out the big guns.
Focus on the goal.
I am prepared to make my aim on you.
Nice. Guess we're a little overleveled for this place, too. +2 Great Club. Yeah, for the most part, this is just a bunch of vendor trash, but... Ooh. +2 Amulet of Natural Armor. Very nice. We can actually use that.
That is not far.
I guess that's it. Now we just have to backtrack and loot the bodies. Though we might still have an offshoot path in here somewhere. Whoop. Almost missed some vendor trash.
In due time.
Oh, very nice. If we're lucky, this might actually give us enough to expand our kingdom.
All according to plan.
I wonder if these monitor lizards were supposed to serve some kind of purpose. I mean, it's possible they're just scenery, but maybe they were supposed to reinforce the boggards.
As it should be.
And we're done. Alright, let's get back to Stag's Fall. I think we might actually have enough money now. Might as well make a few more pit stops on the way back to Stag's Fall. Nice. Free XP. Oh, goblins. Have we fought goblins yet? I can't actually remember if we've run into them in this playthrough. Oh, hey. Okay, so it really is every random encounter in the Northern Gnarl Marches. I wonder if there are similar encounters in other regions. Nothing on the map, but let's have a look in the cave. There we go.
Due time.
I was expecting a little more than that, but that's fine. Actually, did they reduce the value of these pelts? I could swear they used to be worth 20 or 25 gold apiece. I'm definitely going to have to go back and double check that. Anyway, back to the world map. And I guess that's it. I do still have a few locations on my checklist, but nothing nearby, so back to Stag's Fall. Alright, folks, let's hit the pause button real quick while I run through the market square. I'll sell off all our vendor trash, get our secondary companions properly equipped, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Let's see what we've got waiting for us. Unfazed by the awkward silence, Bakken searches through his bag for quite a while. Finally, he pulls out a sizable brown paper package. There you go. A little something from old Bakken. Ooh, an acerbic ring. Fancy. If you ever need anything in particular, just let me know. If you're not sure, I'll go home and think of something myself. My bones ache. Sorry to hear that. Thank you. This will prove useful. You may go now. My pleasure. Bakken gives you a sideways look, then turns his eyes to the ceiling. I only hope that no one throws it away or leaves it to rot in some old chest. Oh well. Oh, and while I'm here, there's a book that I've always wanted to read. Of transmutations and bodily poisons, in 3 volumes. If you were to find it for me, I could produce something most remarkable for you. Something that might even... Bakken cuts himself short. Oh, well, there's no use in empty words. But they say there's an ancient formula hidden in one of these books. Bring me the books, and I'll brew the potion for you. I know that the old beldame, the old witch who lives in the swamp, had one of these volumes in her hut, gathering dust. She must still have it for sale, I imagine. As for the other 2 volumes, I have no idea. You might look in a magic shop, or in the bookcases and locked drawers of other alchemists, if you happen across their possessions in your adventures. Bakken grins, bows to you, and leaves the throne room with a shuffling walk. Well, I've actually got them on me right now, but... No, that's... Okay, that's fine. I'll just bring them to you later. Not gonna lie, that's a little annoying. Nice. Looks like the Talden mine is open. It's only +1 building point per week, but that will add up over time. More importantly, that frees up Valerie, so we should be able to go claim these southern Gnarl Marches. Now, that's going to cost us 400 building points. Fortunately, we actually made a fair amount of gold in our recent travels. We should be able to make up the difference here. In fact, let's go ahead and buy some extra too. It's always a good idea to have a bit of a buffer, just in case. This will also take us 2 weeks to complete, so let's make sure we don't have any other long-term projects we want to get started on. We do need to boost our divine. Yeah, let's get started on one of these research projects. We'll want to do them all eventually. Alright, let's expand the kingdom. Lovely. Man, that is an awkwardly elongated kingdom. Those borders would be a nightmare to defend. Well, I'm sure we'll get a chance to fill it out eventually. Okay, Cecile dealt with the troublemakers. Our guard and soldiers managed to capture the instigators before the region descended into full rebellion. It says it was a triumph, but I think that's actually just the normal reward. And there's our trade contract with Mavon. That's another building point per week. Every little bit helps. The citizens are concerned about their safety. They wish to raise funds to build fortifications around their villages. That's a fair concern. Rusty Dogs. The Rusty Dogs, a team of mercenaries known for their rust-colored armor, have arrived in the barony. The accountants recommend hiring them, while the officers recommend simply coming to an understanding with them. General requests an audience. And letter for the ruler. Alright, well, let's see what else we've got here. Restoration of Bronze Shield Fortress. Now that sounds promising. Pay tribute to the land's long-gone dwarven settlers. Begin restorations of the old Bronze Shield Fortress and that section of the Road of Shields. I can't say the rewards look all that great, but I think this is the first part of a multi-part project. We'll definitely have to keep that in mind. For now, though, we actually need our building points to establish a new village. Now, normally, I'd put this place right next to Stag's Fall for the sake of convenience. We will eventually have access to teleporters, though, so I think we're actually better off putting it out somewhere remote. It'll be inconvenient in the short term, but I think it'll actually save us a lot of time in the long term. Okay, you know what? Let's set up our villages on compass points radiating out from Stag's Fall. This one will be our southern outpost. And thus, Gnarl Keep was born. I am going to be renaming this place, but I don't have my list of names in front of me. Oh, and of course, as usual, let me know if you guys have any suggestions. I'll add them to the list. Casil bows briskly, then hurries to speak. On your orders, I have reviewed our military forces. The results are disappointing, Your Grace. We require new recruits, and the sooner, the better. We can introduce some restrictions, limiting how many could qualify for service. However, under these circumstances, I feel they shouldn't be very stringent. Indeed, I would recommend we announce that anyone can join the army, and I'm sure that we shall find many brave men among your subjects, ready to protect their lands. Okay, so each option comes with its own unique military project. No idea what any of them actually do, though. I guess our best bet here is to go with the one Casil suggested. That does fit my general philosophy for this playthrough anyway. Open unrestricted recruitment. Anyone with the will for it is good enough for our army. Wonderful, Your Grace. I will begin recruiting new soldiers immediately. Your Grace, today a letter from Brevoy was delivered to the castle. It was written by Fredero Sinet, a paladin from the Order of the Eternal Rose. It appears that Sir Sinet is claiming right to one of your companions, who was brought up in his custody. Well, I'll leave it to you to handle this delicate matter. Okay. Let's have a look at this letter. Letter from Fredero Sinet. The expensive monogrammed paper has a faint, tangy smell. The lines, in steady, delicate handwriting, are decorated by whimsical curves. My dear Baron Silverleaf, I write these words with a heavy heart. The reason I take up my quill today will most likely upset you. Quite recently, I heard rumor that a lost soul, once blessed with the mercy of my goddess, has found shelter in your service. I'm speaking of the daughter of one of the most worthy and generous patrons of the Order of the Eternal Rose, who once made the mistake of leaving our ranks. I am deeply convinced that now is the time for her to return to the path destined her by divine will. I am now traveling to the west, to the place that's been chosen for the new Temple of Shaylin, that will be occupied by one of the younger congregations of our church. I deemed it necessary to diverge slightly from our path, with but one purpose: to arrive in your lands and collect Valerie. May this journey be a cleansing pilgrimage for Shaylin's chosen, whose judgment was clouded by the impulsiveness of youth. I request that you free Valerie of her vows of service to you, for fate has destined her to serve one who is above us all. Direct the girl to the trading post that's on the border between your barony and Brevoy. There I will be expecting her with my comrades. I pray for your wisdom and mercy. With deep respect and regards, Fredero Sinet. I think we need to talk to Valerie about this. Oh, hello. A young dwarf in worn-out clothes shows you a scroll of fine paper with an expensive seal. He speaks ceremoniously, like a herald. Greetings. My name is Dragon Waradash. I come to you, your grace, with a request. Or, to be precise, to receive compensation. The Road of Shields used to run through your lands. It was built, among others, by my ancestors, members of the noble Waradash clan. This means they still own it, even though they were driven from these lands. According to all law, if a bandit takes my father's house and kills him, the house still belongs to me. So I've come for what's mine. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Here, take a look. This scroll contains a list of expenses for building the Road of Shields, the cost of laying the stone, draining, cutting fire breaks, and so on. You and your people have lived for a long time on lands that lawfully belong to my people, making free use of the fruits of someone else's labor. Would you now please pay for the work my ancestors did? I, Dragon Waradash, humbly demand compensation for those who are no longer able to collect. I do not ask for gold. It's better that you give me a house with a shop, which will cost as much as the sum in this scroll. You see, I'm a blacksmith, and I'm used to earning my living honestly. But I can't work without a shop. As soon as I get what's mine, I'll open the shop right away. Then you'll at least have one decent bladesmith. I've got to say, Dragon, that was a whole lot of words to say you just wanted to work for me. Could have just opened with that. Also, I'm pretty sure a shop is less expensive than a kingdom-spanning dwarven road, but what do I know? I'm an elf. Fine, I will do as you ask. The dwarf blinks several times, surprised. You agree? Just like that? Seriously, I never thought I'd meet, in this land of thieves, a ruler who so honored the law. You're a truly worthy ruler. Well then, I guess we'll meet when you satisfy my petition. My respects. I like how surprised he is that his own plan worked. Doesn't say a lot about his confidence. Alright, let's have a quick chat with Valerie. Valerie nods to you cordially. Glad to see you. Valerie, I've received a letter from Fredero Sinet. He says I'm to free you from service and return you to Shaylin. Valerie looks at you, unblinking, and you see her eyes darken with an anger she can barely contain. Really, may I take a look at this letter? Is that so? I see. Valerie takes a deep breath. My apologies, Silverleaf. I seem to have become the reason for this message and highly inappropriate demands it contains. I know this person. Fredero Sinet is one of the mentors in the Order of the Eternal Rose. A true paladin of Shaylin, one of those who insist they are right till the very end. He kept saying, louder than anyone, that Shaylin herself predetermined my fate, even when I was packing my things before I left. Looks like he never came to terms with me leaving, since he found me even here. But the nerve! The mistake of leaving our ranks. Return to the path destined her by divine will. Since when does Fredero fancy himself the personal harbinger of his precious Shaylin? Valerie, her face scarlet red, doesn't seem to notice the letter crumpling in her hand. Enough. We must put an end to this. If paladins of the Order of the Eternal Rose require another refusal, they shall get it. I'm going to the trading post with you to meet Fredero. I serve you. It's as simple as that. It's my decision, and I'm not going to change it just because someone from my past thinks otherwise. Oh, that's convenient. Then it's time to visit Oleg and Svetlana. Valerie smiles faintly and nods. Okay, I think that's just about everything. Let's just hop back into kingdom management here and tie up a few loose ends. First, we've got our rewards for resolving those events. Nothing major there. Cassiel's ready to go up a rank. And there's our new project, Strength in Numbers. Gives the general a +1 bonus for taking advantage of an opportunity. Okay, reasonable cost. We'll probably grab that one in the near future. In fact... Let's round out our building points here. We're not actually going to do the project just yet, but I do want to set up a shop for Dragon. Then we've also got these events to take care of. Okay, Jubilost can hire the mercenaries. Cassiel can oversee the fortifications. And Valerie can deal with those wolves. Very nice. Let's go ahead and drop a crisis point on this. Okay, I think that's everyone. Yeah. Let's get that shop started, and then I think we've reached a pretty good stopping point here. That's it. Can't really afford anything else right now. Oh, and we've also got that ring that Bakken gave us.
All according to plan.
A Serbic ring. The ring is made of weird metal, which had been treated with mysterious reagents a lot. When this ring's wearer attacks with bombs, they deal additional 1d6 damage. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect for us. Thanks, Bakken. Well, I think we can live without the Ring of Protection for now. Silverleaf's not a frontliner anyway. Alright, folks. We are well past the 40-minute mark at this point. In fact, we're past the hour mark, counting the time I spent on our inventory. I think we'll hit the pause button for now, but we'll pick up here next time as we look into this situation with Valerie. I'd also like to level up Tristan and see if we can slot him back into the party soon. He actually just qualified for Mystic Theurge. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder Kingmaker, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, the official Discord server, the official Facebook page, the official Twitter feed, the FanRun Wiki, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Kickstarter. Links are in the description.